All right, this is what you've been waiting for. Parts 2, 3, and 4. How did you do? How'd you do with the multiple choice? Hopefully good. Again, this is a very quick video. It's just designed to give you a quick snapshot of what the answers were like. The part 2s, there was a couple tricky questions, but you're going to find out as I go through them that they were not that difficult. They weren't as difficult as you made them out to be. Oh, mathematics, it makes you become perseverant. Did you get through them, or did you let them beat you? And there was a couple problems that you guys tried to do some crazy ways to do them. And now when I show them to you, you're like, oh no, I did that. All right. Anyway, shouldn't take me more than about 15 minutes probably to get through these. Hopefully you guys did well. Oh my gosh, I hope that you guys are as excited as I am. I know that it was tough. I know it wasn't the easiest test. You needed 46 points to pass. Just so you know, you needed a 46-point cutoff out of the 88 or 87 points. I can't remember what the total is. So count up the number of multiple choice you got right, multiply by 2, and then add the points that you got for the parts 2, 3, and 4. And hopefully you came up with 46. Or hopefully you came up with 88. That would be even better. Let me know. Shoot me an email, please. Let me know how you did. I really would like to know. I'm excited that I have over 860 subscribers, and I'm excited that you guys found my YouTube channel. If you, for some reason, did not do very well this year, and you are going to be taking summer school, don't forget all of this material is going to be there all summer long, and you can come back and review and review and review. And then if you want to see a personal video, like my teacher's not making sense of how to do this, send me an email. I'll take care of it. I'll create some videos this summer that may help you out. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm on page, not that page, not that page. There we go. All right. So we're going to shoot with this very simple problem. Oh my goodness. It was so easy. I hope you guys nailed it. So the first thing you got to do is change the base. So it's 5 to the 4x is equal to, now 125 is 5 cubed times x minus 1. Now that the base is the same, you just set the numerators equal to each other. 4x equals 3 times x minus 1. 4x is equal to 3x minus 3. Bring the 3x over, and you get x equals negative 3. Done. Next page, 29. All right, so let's go 150%. Let's go page width. All right. In a triangle, determine the number of distinct triangles that can be formed if the measure of angle A is 85 and sides A, B, A, and C equal this. Okay, so A, B, C. Little a is 8, little c is 2, and angle A is 85 degrees. Well, this is the law of sines because you have angle, side. So you're going to do 8 over sine of 85 is equal to 2 over the sine of C. We're going to cross multiply, so we get 2. Is I get to 2? 2 times sine of 85, I didn't grade this one, is equal to 8 times the sine of C. So I'm just going to divide by 8, and I'm going to slide this sine negative 1 over. So I'm going to sine negative 1 that mess. So sine negative 1 of division of, see if I get this right, 2 sine 85, 2 sine 85 over 8. And you get 14.4 degrees. So C is equal to 14.4 degrees. Well, now we got to do a little bit of work. Not much, but a little bit. So our original angle was 85, and we got 14.4 degrees. That would leave plenty for another triangle, for another angle. So there's triangle number 1. Let's try for triangle number 2. Well, it's 85 degrees. Now, C can equal 14, or don't forget it can equal 180 minus 14.4. Well, that's like 165.6 or something redunculous like that. Well, clearly that's more than a triangle. That's more than 180. So the answer is 1 triangle only. Done. 11. Let's go page width. The probability that K and blah, blah, blah get a redheaded child. This is a letter. We got myself a letter. Just kidding, Jonathan. You the man, bro. All right, N equals. We're going to have 3 children. We want to have exactly 1 child. So, wait. No, we don't. What is the exact probability that 1 child will have red hair? So, yeah, 1 child. The probability of red hair is 1 out of. Probability that you have red-headed child is 1 out of 4. So 1 out of 4. And the probability, or the probability Q, that they won't have a red-headed child is 3 out of 4. So we're going to do 3C1, 1/4 to the 1, 3/4 cubed. And let's see what that equals. So make sure I got this right. Menu 5, 3, comma 1, parenthesis, control division 1/4 to the first. Now I don't have to raise that to the first. I'm just doing it to make you happy. To the first power is just whatever it is. Control division 3/4. And this one's got to be raised to the cubed. Wait. Yeah. Enter. Nope. I did something wrong. The probability that Kay and Joseph Dowling will have a redheaded child is 1 out of 4. If the Dowlings plan to have 3 children, 3, what is the exact probability that only 1 child will have red hair? Oh, this shouldn't be 3. This should be 2. That should be 2. I apologize. That should be 2. Because remember, these two have to add up to 3. All right. I knew something was screwed up. I apologize. Screwed that up. Enter. Excuse me. Divided by 2. 27 over 64. There's the exact answer. 27 over 64. Now, they took that answer or 27 decimal divided by 64. If somehow you came up with 0.421875, 0.421875, both were accepted as answers. All right, sorry about that. Got to have a brain cramp once in a while. Moving on. Only a few more left. All right, this one, some reason, particularly people had problems with. But don't forget, we have to. This one was crazy. You guys did some crazy stuff. At least my kids did crazy stuff. They were perfect. They said, "Oh, I got to turn this into an exponential, so I'll do x plus 1 cubed equals 64." And then they went nuts. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They decided to write 3 of these out, triple distribute, quadruple distribute, double, triple, quadruple, double. And then they went, "What the?" And you gotta know, kids, this was an easy question. It's a part 2. You just take the cube root. So you get x plus 1 equals 4. Or x equals 3. Ka-ching! Done. Next problem. Page width. Where the heck's my view? All right, so this one. I could take out an x squared. I'm left with x minus 6. On this one, minus, I take out a 25. Don't forget, these have to match. X minus 6. Almost done. So you get x minus 6 times x squared minus 25. That is x minus 6, x plus 5, x minus 5. Done. If you threw an equals 0 in there for some reason, wrong. You lost a point out of 2. If you decided to write x equals 6, x equals negative 5, and x equals 5, wrong. It didn't ask you to. This is it. It's 2 points. That's enough for 2 points. Moving on. All right. Gosh, kids. Page width. All right. Hopefully you you could grab your calculator and do I to the 8th, or just know it, or your I circle. I to the 1 is I squared is negative 1. I to the 3rd is negative I, or I to the 4th equals 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's 1. So this is x times 1 minus y to the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 1. So this gave me x plus y. Done. All right. This was by far, this cost some of my very smartest kids, and God, don't let it get you down. I know you got this problem wrong. Don't worry about it. You still kick butt on this test. And I got a lot of kids. I'm going to get these 99s again because I had some crazy kids messing this up. They had this perfect negative b over a. They wrote negative 2 over 3. Ka-ching! And then they asked this other dumb question. Thanks, New York State. This was not one of your favorite questions. C over A. This is C. The answer is K over 3. Ka-ching! Oh, I had so many kids write 1 over 3. It was disheartening. I apologize. I'm sorry. It was the question. It wasn't a great question. They should have left that one off. Get out of here. Moving on. Okay, I'm not going to take the time to put this in my calculator, but if you did so, you would get R equals 0.9763 or something to that effect. And this one you get R equals negative 0.997 something. And this was for A, and this was for B. Now you had to do linear regression. You had to type these in your calculator and do linear regression of each, look up their R values or their correlation coefficients. And then you had to say B is... I forget what they were asking. Or B has a stronger linear relationship because their correlation, I'm sorry, I'm just going to go through this quickly. Coefficient is closer to negative 1 than A is to positive 1. The answer is B because this is closer to negative 1 than this is to positive 1. Don't forget, strong linear correlation is whoever is closest to 1 or negative 1 without going over. If you just put B and you made up some ridiculous answer, you got it. You got 1 point out of 2, okay? But if you just put B, you got nothing. You had to have a little bit of an explanation. All right, moving on. So find the measure of the smallest angle. So if we draw this triangle and we put these in, my goodness, I had kids not even copy over the numbers correctly. Crazy. 34. All right, I'll call this ABC. So this is the smallest angle because it's opposite the smallest side. We have side, 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 so we have to use the law of cosines. So 28 squared equals 34 squared plus 47 squared minus 2 times 34 times 47 cosine of, in this case, C. If I move everything over, I get 28 squared minus 34 squared minus 47 squared, gone, divided by negative 2 times 34 times 47 is equal to the cosine of C. Slide that cosine over. It's cosine negative 1. Sorry, I'm going quick, kids. This is all about just seeing if you got the right answers. So when I do cosine of negative 1 of that, I'm just going to avoid even using the calculator. I get C equals 36.14, blah, blah, blah. And so C equals 36. Can you believe one of my kids that could have gotten 100 rounded that to 34? What were you thinking? I love you, man. I do. I love you, man. But that was not great. All right. Common denominator is x plus 2. So I'm going to put that next to each one. Now, don't forget, you have two answers that you cannot keep. Negative 2 and 0. Those are only answers that if you get them, won't work. So let me blow this up because this isn't big enough. Almost done. We got a couple problems left. We're going to lop this off, and I get 3x plus 6. I'm going to lop this off. I get x squared equals, lop this off. I get negative 2x. Everything comes to the left side. I get x squared plus x. Nope. plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Yes, New York State loves 6 and 5 because everybody screws it up. It's plus 3 and x plus 2 equals 0. My two answers are x equals negative 3 and x equals negative 2. If you failed to check that, you might pick that. Here is our lone answer. 2 questions left, kids. How'd you do? Are you kicking butt? Okay, so in order to do this problem, you had to type these in your calculator. So let me get those in there very quickly. So we're going to go into dink, to dink, to dink. We're going to call this x. And I'm going to call this f for frequency because you needed to put in the frequency. So let me get those in. 72, 76, 72, 76, 79, 83, 85, 83, 85, 88, 94, 88, 94. And the frequency 1145, 1145, 753, 753. I know you guys wish you had that. All right, so then all you had to do is put this here and go into menu, statistics, one stat calculation, one variable statistics. We have one list. It's in X, but we have a frequency list, F. And you click OK. And you have to use the sigma x, 5.17. 5.17. So sigma x equals 5.17. Now the next part of this, sorry you can't see this very well, is we got to use number of who are within one standard deviation. So I'm going to go, I got to figure out what the mean is. Let me go back and figure out what the mean was. The mean was, oops, gosh blessed. Where am I? All right, so the mean is 84.46. So 84.46, I'm going to add 5.17. And 84.46, I'm going to subtract 5.17. Well, when I add, I get 89 let's see, that's 3563, and I get, that one's going to mess with me, 84.46, 84.46 minus 5.17, enter 79.29. Now, you're not rounding, kids. That's one of the problems we had, 79.29. So, anything from 80 to 89 worked. 80 to 89. These worked. How many were there? 5, 12, 17. So the answer to the second part was 17 students. How'd you do? By the way, if you got 21 because you accidentally added in these extra 4, you got a 3 out of 4, not a 4 out of 4. Sorry, you can't add the 79. No rounding there. Last question, last minute of play. This is the question you all have been waiting for. I'm gonna guess a lot of you just fast forwarded this question because so many kids were like, what's going on? And when I first saw this question, I'm like, dude, they gave us an easy one. Then I was like, dude, that's not easy at all. Are they crazy? Here's the trick. This is 1 over cosine. So what I got is 5 cosine theta equals 2 times 1 over cosine, or 2 over cosine theta minus 3. Now, just like before, yeah, that's the first step. You had to get the 2 on top. Now, to get rid of this cosine, I'm just going to multiply everything through by cosine. Cosine, cosine, and cosine theta, theta, and theta. This gives me 5 cosine squared theta. These cancel. So just equals 2 minus 3 cosine theta. That was it. That was the trick right there. And I know you're all like kicking yourself. That's it. That's all you had to do. Are you kidding me? Because now it's just factorable. 5 cosine squared theta plus 3 cosine theta minus 2 equals 0. Let's factor this puppy. 5 cosine theta, that was somebody texting me, and cosine theta, or an email. And let's see, we need 3, so we're going to put the 2 here and the 1 here, and this is a plus and this is a minus. So I get cosine theta equals 2/5, or cosine theta equals -1. So my 3 answers are, let's see, cosine of 2/5. Inverse cosine 2 divided by 5. I think it was 66.4. So 66.4, 180, because that's what I get from this one. And escape. 360 minus 66.4 equals 293.6. 293.6. And those were the 3 answers to the last one. I hope you guys did okay. I hope you guys appreciate me putting these up. I don't know. Let's see how you did. Anyway, I hope you did well. Stay with me. Again, if you didn't do so well and you plan on taking this in summer school, I'm going to keep all of this material up online. I'll do a better version of this if you want. Hopefully this give you an idea of how you did. All right. Good luck. Have a great summer. Hopefully you guys did well.